we go. Thank you, first of all, to our sponsors, as you can see there on the screen. And on the right side of the map, we have our Red Terran player, the winner of our last game from the team MVP, formerly in Code S, wants it again. He is
MVP, Keen.
Keen indeed. Keen for a win.
Keen on that, man. He's keen on getting that Code S medallion.
Yep. And someone else here who's keen to get Code S from the team TSL, he is
TSL Biber.
I don't know, man. Every time I hear that, I'm like, I get some chills on my spine, man.
It makes me giggle. All right.
Well, that's something else I want to mention about our new format, by the way. In the old format, if you fell out, you had to wait till next season for Code A, and then you had to wait and hope that you could make it to the up and downs, and you had to go through the up and downs, and then you're in Code S. Now, you can fall out of Code S and still, by the end of the season, be back in Code S.
Well, that's the thing about the new format, is that it's at the same time more forgiving and less forgiving. It's less forgiving in that it's easier to get knocked into Code A, but it's more forgiving because, honestly, being in Code A is not a big deal anymore. It's just really not.
Yeah, if you fall into Code A and you lost in some, like, for example, when MVP fell into Code A from losing to a Baneling aggression by Jelizerg, it's like, oh, well, this doesn't make sense, so now he's got the opportunity to be like, oh, I'm way better than these jobbers in Code A, and he just gets back out, and he's like, I'm totally fine.
Well, he has to win 3 best-of-3s, and he's back in Code S automatically, or if he wins even 1 best-of-3, he's back in the up and downs, and won't have problems there as well. But, yeah, the thing is that you have to get to the round of 8 Code S to avoid Code A completely.
Yeah. So
it's just going to be, it's kind of like...
it's more legitimate, I feel like. You know what I mean?
Well, yeah, it's kind of like the Team Liquid post. It's like what we had on our website, where it's more chances for players to prove themselves, you know? We are really going to find out who the best of the best is right now, because there's sort of this round of 16 limbo that these Code S players, some of them have been kind of existing in, you know? They're like not very... They'll never win, they'll never get to the semifinals, but they never are quite bad enough to get knocked into Code A. And
you mean like, are you talking about like Ensnare? For example?
Yeah, Ensnare's a great example of that. I mean, not saying he's a bad player or anything like that, but, you know, he just was never good enough after, like, the first season, the first or second
Hagen,
season.
For example, did that for quite some time
Hagen.
as well.
I hate to say it, but I think maybe Clyde might even fall into that category as well. I mean, Clyde's a very intelligent
Yeah, well, we've had a lot of these
player,
players who've just kind of been in the round of 16 every season.
Yeah. So those guys, if they make it to Code S and stay out of Code A next season, that's going to be impressive.
Yeah.
Then we're going to get to be like, these guys are really good.
Well, I'm still happy we have our Danger Days in Code A. Today's a Code A Danger Day.
Danger Day.
You lose, you're out, man.
Yep, these are the only real Danger Days. One other thing I like about the new format, and I suppose Reactor, Helene Expand again.
Yeah, I mean, this is the
MVP
99% of all TVZs start this way. We just wanted to give you guys some more insight on the
first
format.
From Revival, but yeah, going back to the format again, it's one of the reasons I really like it too is it's going to be easier for foreigners to come and stay in the GSL consistently. You know,
very true.
There are going to be some seeds going right into the up and down matches, so they'll have a chance to get right into Code S. There's going to still be Code A seeds as well that foreigners will get. And think about it. I mean, this way is that you win 1 best-of-3 in Code A as a foreigner. You are not only guaranteed to be in Code A the next season, but you're also guaranteed to at least go to the up and down matches. I hate that Zerglings.
I didn't mean to cut you off, but those Hellions were just like, that Zergling's like doing everything he can. He goes in the corner. He's like, I'm going to get out of here. He's like trying to escape from us talking about the format, but he can't get away from that either.
No scouting allowed. No?
Well, the funny thing is, all that Zergling would have scouted was Reactor Hellions, and the Hellions came out, and now the Zergling knows anyways. Adding 2 barracks here, going up to 3 barracks as Command Center finishes. Wants to put a little bit of pressure on with the Hellions, but as usual with the Reactor Hellion Expand, it's just to kind of take control of the Watchtower, make sure your opponent doesn't do anything you don't know about.
Yep, that's exactly right. Don't want to be too aggressive with the Hellions. You don't want to lose them stupidly to try to kill, you know, like 4 drones. If you kill 4 drones and lose, you know, like 6 Hellions or something like that, it's not a good trade, Wolf.
No, it's not.
It's just silly.
It's very silly indeed.
Yeah.
What's not silly is that Keen is actually checking around the entire map for Overlords. He's actually found one on the left side of the map.
Oh, that's good.
And he's also, I guess, you know, checking for hidden bases, but he's going to find this Overlord over here, and potentially take it out. In fact, a second Overlord flying into his path.
No kidding, and a second Marine there too.
Oh
this
man,
is
you guys don't
huge.
see it, but he's killing Overlords over here with 2 Marines.
On the left side of the map, there it is.
Oh, he gave up.
I can't believe that.
Why did he give up, man?
Did he actually give up, or did
he
get
just
too far
he just
away?
walked away. No, he didn't even. He was starter set micro and he right-clicked too far, so the Marines walked all the way around.
Oh, whoops. Well, that was just silly.
Oops.
Oops, he did it again. Well, that one Roach is pretty threatening. Just chasing away all those Hellions. And it looks like Keen is just going to go, Marine tank, like most Terrans do decide to do here. He's got enough Hellions where he can keep those Roaches occupied or on the map. You can see him swinging back to his third base right now.
This is a common, right-clicking from Keen.
I don't know if that was the best idea.
I don't know if Keen's really going to be able to hold off this timing attack. He's got a lot of SCVs coming off the line to repair this bunker. There is one siege tank on the high ground.
Those Zerglings might... Oh, he could have actually just run back to the mineral line. I don't know why he didn't do that. He could have pulled some of the units back.
Siege mode is finished as well here.
This is not going to go well.
Yeah, I think this may be the day of sloppy revival timing attacks.
Yeah. All right, well, he does get the Hellions, but he is not going to break that front. No how, no way.
Oh, man, that's what they said. He doesn't have ruby slippers on. Here he goes.
Give it a try, I guess. He's going to get the bunker anyway, and he is doing some damage with the Marines with the splash damage to the tank.
Yeah, and if he can get vision of that tank on the high ground, he'll be able to take it out as well.
Yeah,
SCV is coming off the line. He's killing a decent amount of them, but he just still cannot contend with the siege tank on the high ground.
Yeah, I don't know if this is worth it. I don't know if he's doing enough damage to make this worth it.
I don't think so, but here comes some more Zerglings.
But, again, look at that siege tank. Just so well protected there by
21
Keen.
kills on that Commander siege tank, man.
Wow, that is Commander siege tank, no doubt.
And that is that. All right, as the dust settles here right now, the worker count is 32 SCVs to 27 drones. The unit count is 23 Zerglings to 5 Marines and 2 siege tanks.
This is just embarrassing for Revival.
Yeah, a little bit.
He's creating so many Zerglings. His drone count is way down. This is just not... I mean, he was in Code A before, and I actually really enjoyed watching him play. He was one of the more exciting newer Zergs, I thought.
Yeah, he was really innovative.
But today, he is just not making good decisions, man.
Well, at least he's making a good choice with the Zerglings. If you make that many Zerglings, you got to do something with them. Break down those rocks for later. He's started at third base. He's been droning up quite heavily since his last round of Zerglings. He's got a lair on the way.
Trying.
Yeah, he's trying. I mean,
he's trying.
He has basically failed similarly to how he did last game, but this time he's not as behind as he was last time. Yeah, this time he's still got a fighting chance. We're at cross position, so it gives him a lot of opportunities to drone up. Yeah. And cross positions again are, I think, the reason why that timing attack failed. He just had too much time. Siege mode finished. Oh, well, check that out.
speaking of timings here, Zerglings are going to try to run past, catch some of these tanks possibly, but that again, just not the best decision.
Yeah, nice job by Keen, summoning only a few Marines there to chase those Zerglings away.
Yep.
This is a really nice timing by Key, and he knows his opponent is trying to drone up heavily at this point, and he wins either way. If he gets there and there's too many units, he can go home. Then his opponent made a lot of units instead of drones. If he gets there and there's only drones, then he might just win the game.
Exactly, yeah.
Win-win situation.
It's a win-win for Keen, for sure. Looks like he's going to lose that tank. It's not a win-win for that tank. Oh, I guess it is, maybe. It lived anyway.
Creep Tumor's being taken out here. He's already got a nice fortified position down at the bottom of this ramp. He may actually just send some Marines to kill that third base hatchery.
Yep.
That's exactly what he's going to do.
Does Revival have enough to really handle this? That's the question right now. I feel like he might. We'll see. He's gathering a lot of Zerglings, but he doesn't really have the...
He's got 24 Zerglings out, but and only a few Roaches. I don't think it's enough.
I think it's going to come a little bit too slow, but we'll see. He loses his third.
Yeah, now if Keen's smart, he'll just unsiege and go home.
Yeah, that would actually be the best decision.
And that's exactly what he's going to do.
Okay. That's good. And, yeah, now suddenly look at that. Revival's still making Zerglings, and they've got nothing to do.
36 Zerglings in total. He's got 12 of them. A third of those made
all
into
spawned up and nowhere to go.
Yeah, man. I don't know. They're like, I guess we'll put some aggression on. I don't know.
It's like, can we go back in the egg and become drones now? I mean, this isn't working.
And another huge force for Keen coming to join the middle. He's got control of the watchtower, control of the map.
This is getting a bit dangerous.
Keen's probably going to start a third command center any moment now as well, back at home. In fact, he actually already did. It's already finished. It's already being made into an orbital.
Yep. And Revival's going to try to check for that third of Keen, but Keen is actually pushing into the natural right now, and Revival is going to have to try to come back to flank. I don't think he's going to try to do any sort of crazy base trade or anything like that.
Yeah, he's got to try to flank here. Scans, kill some creep timbers. He's going to lose a few Marines, but look at that tank placement.
What are you doing? Okay, he is going to wait.
Here comes the flank. Oh no, he showed the flank and lost a lot of units there without actually attacking. Revival is just not playing up to par today, man.
No, I hate to say it. I really do, like Revival as a player, but he is just not playing to a caliber that at this point, I don't think he deserves to be in Code A.
I mean, we talked a little bit about...
He's not playing like a Code A player.
Yeah, I agree. We talked a little bit about Keen, whether or not he was Code S material, top 32 players. I'm not sure if Revival is top 48 players that aren't in Code S material.
Yeah, man, I don't know.
Here we
hard
go.
To say. Let's see what he can do. The Marines are a little bit out of position, but there's so many siege tanks.
Look at those banelings all clumped. No spreading on those banelings. Those banelings didn't kill Jack, man.
Yeah.
See that Marine in the middle with red hit points? That's Jack, man, and those banelings did not kill him.
Jack is perfectly fine, and his friends are all going to buy him a beer tonight. Back at the command center after such a successful campaign.
The Marines are getting a little bit worried. They're like, I don't know, we've stemmed a lot. There's no medevacs out. It's like that one medevac they all have to share.
Yeah.
But yeah, look at that huge force coming down here for Keen. He's got double the supply of Revival now. Revival has no third base.
Yeah.
He's desperately trying to make banelings.
But it's just not going to be enough.
He's also made a Spire, which is going to be even more than useless at this point.
Well, yeah, you just don't have the resources to use that Spire. I mean, I'm sorry, we're sounding kind of harsh on this guy, but he is just not playing up to the caliber that I've seen him play in the past.
Yeah, he has actually played much better than this. I think.
Yeah.
I think after that first game, he may have gotten a little bit shaken up. He's just not making good decisions, and this attack is going to be his last attempt here. There are a lot of banelings, but too many siege tanks.
And Keen target firing those banelings like a boss, and he is going to be just fine. He's going to walk right up the ramp, and unless he micros extremely poorly, the game will probably end right here.
I would agree 100%. The banelings not even able to morph. GG.
Yeah, so that was that, and Keen absolutely crushing TSL Revival. It was no contest there, man. That looked like a Master League player against like a Gold League player, honestly.
We're really harsh on Revival. His timing attacks failed, and then he was like, well, I don't really know what to do, and then he just kept being aggressive, and it just kept, he was like, it was like the Battle of Helm's Deep. It was just water on rock, man. It just was not going to work.
Yep, Gandalf didn't show up.
Gandalf didn't even show up, man. He was still fine.
That's right. Keen was like, look to the east. Revival looked to the east, and there was no one there. Just
he looked to the east, there were like 8 siege tanks there, and he was like,
he's like, why'd you tell me to look to the east? And Keen was like, ah. Yep.
Man, that was pretty bad. Keen, when he sent all those banelings for that second to last attack there, they were all like clumped up like this. They were like 40 banelings here, and the siege tanks were like boom, boom, and the banelings were like, ah! And that was it.
That's the sound they made.
That was the sounds that they made, man.
Like a Muppet baby being strangled or something. That's the sound they made. All right.
That's what happened.
That's the sound they made. So that was, maybe not quite what we were looking for in terms of entertainment from these games from our first match of the day, but we certainly found out who the better player was. That's I think that's clear. So Keen right now, he got through the round 1 of Code A, so that means when he gets to the round 2 of Code A, if he wins, he goes on to round 3. If he loses, he goes to the up and down matches. So Keen's set. He's he doesn't have anything to worry about, man.
Yeah, he's going to still be in Code A
next season. He's got 2 chances to get into Code S.
Yeah, he is actually going to be feeling pretty good right now.
Yeah.
2-0 Revival. And Revival, guys, actually normally plays a lot better than this.
Yeah, he really does. This was actually really weird.
I know, I'm like thinking like Coach Lee came and told us he's got a special plan set up, and I'm like, is this really your plan? Like, it's like the SCV when you tell him to attack, he's like, this is your plan?
It's like, my plan is to play like Jelizerg, only a really bad version of Jelizerg. And I'm disappointed.
I'm a little bit disappointed because I know Revival's a good player, and he didn't really showcase it today.
No.
His ZVT is actually, I think, his best matchup as well, so it was like a little bit wonky.
Yeah, well, we're going to take a 5-minute break, guys. Time for you to digest that. We're going to digest a bit as well. Be back in 5 minutes. This is the GSL.